Hi there, this is Jason with Rvlockbox.com. We are here today on a beautiful spring day installing a brand new battery lockbox on this 2018 Jayco 212. A friend of mine just got this, so we're going to put a brand new lockbox on it. We decided we're going to install and put this new 23-inch Rvlockbox aluminum powder coated black. I'm going to put that box on it. Here's the install kit right here. Very simple to do. We've got 3 or 4 plastic bars, and we've got these bolts with the grommet. That's all you need to install. Just a couple tools you need. There's a lock that we use for this, and a couple drills, drill driver, a couple sockets. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start with removing the current plastic strap battery. We'll take that off. We've got a couple wires we're going to remove. This is a group 27 battery in here. We're going to replace that with 2 group 24 batteries, so it fits more efficiently in the space that he has there. So taking those wires off, easy to do. Pull your battery out, and you've got your plastic box here. Typically your plastic box is hooked into by a couple of bolts right there, as you can see. We unscrew a couple of those. Really simple removal of your plastic. Now remember, you're going to use that nylon strap later in our new box, so Brian right now is going to remove that bolt. Real easy to do. What time is it? Do we know the time?
Hand me the nut driver, would you please?
It's 11 o'clock right now. We're going to kind of time this to see how quick we can do this. Drill driver works a little better if you have a little socket extension. Take that out. We've removed the propane tanks just to make sure we have a little more room. Down the road, we're going to develop a new lock for the propane tanks, and so we'll have that published on the website also. It's important to lock those down as well as the batteries themselves. So okay, so everything's clear. There's what your brackets look like. Now remember, the lock boxes do not fit between the 2 brackets. They fit on top and rest on top of these brackets, not between, and that's because we had to build this box as secure as possible so that the top lip of the box, let me get down here, so the top lip of the box can fold in like so. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it runs through a channel, and that's so we have this most secure lockbox on the market today. So that's why we built it like that. All right, Brian's going to grab that box and we're going to go ahead and measure up. You center that on both sides with a tape measure. Make sure it's directly in the center. We'll measure from the frame rails and also from the bracket down below to make sure it's measured end to end and side to side. Okay, he's going to pull the lid off. Alright, now what we have here is we have kind of an empty canvas here. We've got 4 holes in the bottom of the box. There's one of the holes right there. These slits right there are to feed the nylon strap through. When we're all done, we get the batteries installed. There's another hole over there. So there's four of those. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 3/16 drill bit and drill through this box as it's sitting here, and we're going to mark the spots on the brackets down below underneath. So Brian's going to take a drill bit, and actually we've already done this, so it's easy to do. It's easy to do. You just drill through after you get everything measured up exactly. Drill through, mark those spots, then you'll remove the battery lockbox and you'll know where you're drilling through, so it's easier to drill through these steel brackets. Now we've already done the drilling to kind of speed this up, so these are the holes. You'll find the marks when you do it. These are the holes that we're going to use right there and there. He's going to clean them up a little bit. Then we put the box back on, and that's pretty much the extent of your drilling. Put the box back on. You see it rides above on the top of this rail here. It does not fit between. Very secure. We have these 2.5-inch leg bolts that Brian's going to get out here. The 2.5 is just long enough to go through the inside of the box and all the way through the base. All the way through the base. So it goes through the inside of the box here, all the way down. The only thing sticking out of the bottom is a little bit of threads. Now, it's going to be hard for anybody to get underneath of this thing and cut the end of this bolt off. And if they do, they're still going to have threads threaded through the steel angle bracket. So, Brian, we can poke these down through, find that hole below, and we can go ahead and fasten them through. Oop, I slid it over too much. Make sure you kind of get them directly on. You don't want them off center at all. Kind of hand tighten them a little bit. Sorry for my camera work. We are not a Hollywood publishing video company, so let's see here if we can get this dialed in straight down. There we go. I think you guys can see that. I think that's dialed in. Kind of feel and make sure you have those bolts going through. They're not going to go through that steel angle very well without holes in them. So again, we're using 3/16 drill bit. And going through, we double check everything, make sure we're lined up. You can even get in down underneath and make sure. So you got these 4 bolts installed right now. He's going to go ahead and tighten them up. Probably need to do it from this angle. Here, Brian, you can come around the back of me and okay. And that's as easy as it gets right there. You just fasten that bolt right down. It's flush. Go. Easy stuff. Try not to get it too tight. You don't want to bend the aluminum much. And we're about approaching 30 seconds on fastening those bolt downs. I don't think we hit 30 seconds on that, so pretty easy stuff. So now what we're gonna do, so you feel this thing is rock solid. This thing is not moving off of your angle brackets. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed that battery line, or that battery strap, through the actually before that, Brian's gonna install these plastic bars. And what those do is, if you can see, those keep your battery off of those bolt heads. You do not want to drive down the road and have those bolt heads rubbing holes in your battery. So these 4 plastic bars that are provided with each box, they keep your battery off of the base of that thing, or off of those bolt heads. So then he's going to feed that plastic, or that nylon strap through. Typically everybody has these. We're going to install today just one Group 24 battery. We'll have to get another one when he has, but the process is the same, obviously. Let's see if we can grab that for him. Give yourself some slack and loop it over the side. So then the next step is we want to make sure, and you'll see in here these knockout holes right there. You'll see one right there, and you'll see one on the end here. You have 3 knockout holes. What we're going to do is we're going to spin that hole out right now. Spin that hole out, Brian, and we'll get those that grommet in there for that knockout hole in the front. I think you want to go because his cables are coming through the front right here. So he's going to spin that knockout hole out. Pretty easy to do. Just go back and forth. There you go. Keep twisting, it'll fall out. Push it the other, there you go, there you go, easy to do. And we're going to take this grommet right here, we're going to put that in there. Alright, here we go, we've got this knockout hole done. Brian's going to install this grommet right here. And what we want to do, this grommet is installed because we don't want to have any of your cables touching and rubbing on the metal edge of that thing. He's going to put that in. It's a little bit of a challenge to do, to put this in. This is probably as tough as mounting the thing itself, but the good thing is that grommet's really tight and it won't come out. So it takes a little bit of effort to get it in, squeeze it in, push it around all the edges, and then you're good to go. So we've got the battery in. What we're going to do now, let's see here, yep, get it nice and secure. Good. So we're going to feed the battery cables through right now. So Brian's going to grab, there's only 3 on this one, 2 reds and a black. He's going to feed those through that hole. Grab those right there, feed them through. Easy stuff. Like I said, you have 3 different options on the way to feed these things. Now let me remind you, if you go to the website Rvlockbox.com, you will find that at the bottom of each purchase you can buy more grommets. If you have more angles, more things coming through your box, you want to put a solar adapter in, feed it from the back, there's options to do that. So you want to put the strap on now, Brian?
I'm going to flip the battery.
Oh, flip the battery. Just got to rotate it to make sure we're in the right spot. Okay, here we go. You put the nylon strap in, fasten that down so in case you hit a bump when you're driving, the thing doesn't arc out on the top of the lid. So fasten that down. We're good to go. All right, he can tighten that after we're all done. So he's going to grab those cables. He's going to feed the positive in first. If you want to grab the ground wire or you feed the positive, do the positive first. Got the positive wires snugged up there a little bit. Hopefully you can see it in the sun. All right, and then we'll grab the black wire. Unscrew that one, grab the black wire, put that on. It will take time fastening all this up after the video's done, but this will give you a good idea. No sense filming you know, the mediocre stuff. So we'll put that on, give it a few cranks. Okay, and we'll grab the lid to the box. And that, folks, right there, Brian's going to put this on. Let me get over here. He's going to slide this lid. Now, before he does, let me show you a little bit of the bracketry on this thing. This thing is secure. If you're going to wedge a screwdriver in there, it's going to take you a long time to figure this out. And the reason we developed this box is because the RV dealerships in the area didn't really have a go-to for their box. They said that there wasn't really a strong lid out there. So we developed one. Everybody seems to like it. We sell a ton of these, so Brian's gonna slide that box through. Now again, this box is not waterproof. As you can see, if water hits the top of the lid, it's gonna seep down. But what it's gonna do, it's gonna seep through here, and it's gonna run down this side of this box. It's not even gonna touch your battery, and then it's gonna go down these holes and different holes throughout the bottom of the box before it ever fills up with water. So we wanted to make this box so it does not hold water and it does not hold any gas. So it's not waterproof, it's not gas proof. There's nothing holding any moisture or anything else in there. Now this right now, what time is it? What time we got? 11:15. So we have successfully installed this box. And Brian, by the way, has never installed a box like this before. So he did this without 15 minutes for his first box. So very simple install. What we like here, this lock that Brian has, we like using these. These are kind of mini storage locks. They don't really have a way to get to the shank on that thing to cut it. So he's gonna go ahead and put that lock on there, kind of show it how it works. Right through both of those tabs. Very simple, locked up, easy to go. That's how it works, folks. Perfectly matched to his front of his camper. It's all dialed in, looks beautiful. Order these on Rvlockbox.com. Remember, we're gonna have propane tank locks. We have extra grommets. We have free hats for those who order right now. Just some pretty awesome stuff. Brian, in fact, has a hat on. You get this hat, it's pretty sweet. Nice little trucker hat. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.